Yo, parish orphans. Yo, retrogrades. Thanks for tuning into a special stream. We have like 8 Catholic content creators joining me today, along with my friend Andrew Orozco. We are doing this to raise money. This is strictly a fundraising show for Laura Horn and through Trent Horn's Council of Trent Patreon. So please, everyone, he's requested, I think this is a real reasonable request, and it's what you have to do from time to time. I've done this lately, hey, could we get monthly supporters at $10 a month? He's asked for, I think, goal of 200 new supporters at $10 a month. You don't like to do it, but this will enable him to cut back on his speaking and to stay home to take care of Laura, who is undergoing brain surgery today. And, sorry if I look like I'm recently out of the hospital myself, less than 24 hours. I've been back. It's hard to climb the stairs to come up here because I had double hernia surgery yesterday, but our prayers are for Laura, and thanks to this guy, and thanks always to the lovely Steph for getting me through yesterday. Still in a fair amount of the old painsies. So doing this for Laura's our way of really, we want to just do what we can. It's not much. I just want to boost their fundraiser,
Yeah, that's what they need. Yeah, it's hard to go out there and ask people for money. So, but it's like you do need a lot of that. You just need like the time to not worry about that too.
Yeah, I mean, pray for them. It's easy to ask for prayers on Twitter. We're going to do kind of a fun, hopefully funny show today. I know it seems offbeat, but it's not. Funny show. It's the way that couple would want us to proceed. We're just seeing how many new patron supporters we can get them over the course of an hour and a half. So,
question in chat: are you and the person sitting next to you twins?
We've gotten this like several times.
Yeah.
We're just different variations of the platonic form of California man. Is basically what it is.
And we have Anthony is joining us now.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, Anthony.
I'm calling in from the South Bronx, so if you guys hear gunshots, don't panic.
You always sound like you're calling in from South Bronx. I don't know what is your accent, actually, Anthony. Is it Bronx? You sound like Mario or Luigi or something.
Yeah, it is what it is. I actually just talked to Trent. He shot me a text and he pointed something interesting out. He said that all of the people who kind of gave him support and backed him up were more traditional. He said he didn't get any messages from anybody that leans more liberal. I thought that was interesting.
Of course. Well, of course. Then the whole thing ain't political. I don't care about that, but there are trends that are observable, right? That are just traditional people are the ones that care about the faith. Non-traditional people, generally speaking, are not. So, what else did he have to say?
Is she in?
Oh, God, Steph.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just curious. Is she actually in surgery today?
That I don't know. He shot me a text earlier, and he just said, "He's like, I can't tell you how grateful I am for the outpouring of support from you guys. It's like overwhelming." He said, I didn't get a single message from anybody who is more on the progressive side. It just shows, despite the contention within more traditional leaning spaces, at least when it comes, when crap hits the fan, we're there for each other.
That's right. Tell Trent if you. I've been emailing with him a little bit. He expressed gratitude. Tell him if you talk to him more directly. Yeah, like I climbed my ass up these stairs, which was tough. With the, that's pure love. We want to grow their Patreon account. I'm a practical guy. I've been praying for them. I know that's technically more important, but the money matters too. So Catholics can get kind of holy roller about this. I'll send prayers. Why do you need money? It's like you need money, bro.
Yeah, you need money. It'll free him up, give him some time to actually be there for his kids. I'm sure she's going to be laid up for a while. The other thing is, it's like I know as Catholics we have this idea. Well, not just an idea. It's very, very clearly real that redemptive suffering is a thing. But at the same time, when it actually hits you, it's hard to it's hard to put the reality into practice when you're dealing with something like your wife getting a diagnosis like that. I can't even imagine what people go through who deal with it, because as a father, your instinct is to protect and to, keep your family safe. So if a child or your spouse ends up in a situation like that, you have to feel so helpless.
Well, this is what I told a therapist I was seeing last summer when my hypochondria was getting so bad and I just lost a bunch of weight because the anxiety was getting out of control. Minor things. I'm like, my whole instinct is one thing I'm really, really good at is husband and father. And it's protecting in all the important ways, physically and otherwise. And I just was getting panic attacks because I feel like I can't ever get safe. Even on a cozy, rainy day, we can even be in by a warm fire. And if you're afraid of your body going haywire, then you feel like a failure to protect. And I'll be honest, I still don't know exactly how to get over that.
We lost Anthony. I think he really tried to make this work. Oh, here he is again.
Bronx got him.
Okay, Bronx got him.
So I'm getting I'm getting phone calls is the problem. Idiots won't leave me alone while I'm working. I told everybody take lunch. They're like,
what do you do? You're like you plumb out the warp tubes there in Bronx. You and Mario and Luigi.
I thought he fought Donkey Kong and like those raptors and the buildings they're doing.
Yeah, what is it? Donkey
I do paving. We do patchwork for Con Edison, like the electric company up in New York. So they dig holes in the street, and then we do patchwork for them.
So you see Bowser very little these days?
Very, very rarely. On occasion, he pops his head up. I think I saw Ari Shafir earlier today. I was up in Riverdale. It's like a really wealthy Jewish area.
Oh yeah, really? Did you tell him Christ is King?
I would have if I got close enough, but no.
Do you have any redemptive tales of suffering, Anthony? That they don't have to be all heavy duty. The heavy duty stuff is what Laura and Trent are going through. I'm not great at talking about the cancer stuff. But do you have any fun or funnier redemptive tales of suffering? Everyone go to Trent's Patreon account, Council of Trent. Try to become a new monthly supporter for them. $10 a month is what they're asking for.
I actually, when I first, I would say like when I was around 23, 24, when I really started coming back into the faith and taking it seriously, I remember hearing about redemptive suffering, and I asked God to bring me something that I could participate in some kind of a suffering, and that led to, 20 years of cluster headaches, which were, I'll tell people now, don't ask God for suffering because you don't know what will actually wind up coming, but I got 20 years of cluster headaches that were so unbearable, but and to the point where I had to like carry oxygen tanks around with me everywhere. And yeah, they were bad. I would probably get 5 or 6 of them a week, and they just went away this January when somebody that went to Lourdes gave me some water they got from Lourdes, and I made the sign of the cross on my head, and I haven't gotten one since. So I don't know if that suffering was given to me because I asked for it, but I know it was healed by the Lord's water. But it was a 20-year length of time with it. It was such unbearable pain that I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
That's the one they call the ice pick headache. It's kind of like a migraine mixed with a tension. Yeah.
It's in your right temple. They call them cluster headaches. They call them suicide headaches because a lot of people take their own lives because they're so bad. It was excruciating. It would ruin every single family function I went to because I'd have to leave and go find my oxygen tank. And it was just a nightmare. But I haven't gotten one in like 6 months now. So
God bless you. Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
God bless you. Dude, people don't know. We can share brain surgery stories, but with Abby, her brain surgeries they bear less of the chaos than what Laura's going through today. And I just don't try to touch that because I only talk about stuff I know. That's how I keep my track record clean. I also get spun off on the cancer stuff, but we really just want to support them. But what I can say is a lot of people, and Laura said this in her video, great video they put out. A lot of people are going through chronic pain. And I had no clue you had that. I've had chronic pain. It's called prostatitis over the last year, and oh my gosh, can just be so unnerving. And yeah, it's like careful what you wish for if you do ask God for redemptive suffering. Kept me barely tethered to the faith when I was 18, 19, 20, and I would read Dostoevsky, and he is all about redemptive suffering. It's a beautiful poetic concept, but it's almost impossible when you go through it. You know?
That's exactly it. We understand that as Catholics, Christ brings meaning to suffering through the cross, but then when you're going through it, you're crying out to heaven for help with what you're going through. And I went through that. And I remember, especially with the headaches, because when I asked for it, I was afraid to ask God to heal it, because I almost felt like if I'm cured of it, am I giving up this offer that I get? Like every time I got a headache, I just said, God, if you can take it away from me, if you can't, let it go towards my children's salvation. So that was just how I handled it for 20 years.
Good man. Good man. I think that's the most I've ever been able to do when I was going through. If you can, take it away. If I still get the brownie points. If not, if I have to choose, I'll take the brownie points. But God bless you, man. Thanks for being the first one to jump on this. We got to keep a tight schedule. If you do text Trent again, tell him I carded my ass up here, and that's been tough on the thing. But I really, it's out of pure love.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot, and God bless. I'm really happy to hear your cluster headaches are gone.
Thank you, brother.
Be safe.
Be safe. be clustered.
All right, now we have Thursday. Thank you so much.
What's up, Thursday? How are you? First ever retrograde appearance. How are you, brother?
Good to see you.
I don't know if we have his audio. Let me see if I can help him out there while you're doing this.
This is supposedly your specialty, man. As the former audio.
This is not my specialty. Sorry. Let me see.
No,
So,
you can hear me?
Yeah,
There we go.
There we go.
So you got me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Overcame.
Sorry, my USB hub is overloaded for some reason today. Yeah. So, hey man, how you guys doing?
We're good. How are you hanging in there? We got Thursday on a Wednesday. I've wanted to ask you for a while. Is that your real name?
No, so my real name is Josiah.
Okay.
When I read The Man Who Was Thursday as a teenager, I think first time I was 15. I got super obsessed with it, and my gamer tag for years was just Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when I moved to Steubenville, I was in Matt's locals, and I introduced myself to him.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, I think you cut out a little
He
bit.
froze. Steubenville strikes
Let us
again.
know if you guys have a hard time. Sorry, it's I'm at the wheel today, so there's going to be all sorts of mistakes.
We've got a lot of people coming
I have
in
a
and
lot
out.
of people coming in and out. So
Steubenville's
bless
notorious for its poor infrastructure.
Is it?
Yeah, as someone who's lived there, but it's a very wonderful, holy place. It's a place. Steubenville's the place of redemptive suffering if you're in the Midwest.
Yeah. I've been to their shopping mall.
So-
It looked like a shopping mall of redemptive
It's
suffering.
built over like an empty coal mine. Actually,
I thought
it's like
everything-
collapsing into like a coal mine.
Yeah.
Oh, we got.
Yeah, we have him back.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, good to meet you Thursday. And I did know you're
Yeah.
someone. You reminded me your name. I knew your name was Josiah. How are you doing? It's great to talk to you. We've DM'd a lot over the last couple of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
Well,
still in?
I'm still in Steubenville. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Just been doing a lot of prep for the Gaza fundraiser, but
That's on Friday night, right?
that's on Friday night. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm joining you for that. I forgot that was. What are you having people do for that? Well, this one's of course for
We're gonna
Trent.
do an AMA.
Oh, good. Okay, for all of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just gonna be the super chats, but I'm gonna be sorting them. So, yeah, most of the prep for that has involved me being up very late after my day job, prepping my notes so that I can sort super chats live. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's
I've
your
been
day
there.
job, by the way?
I'm the director of content for the Chastity Project now, Jason Everett. So.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
when did you leave Pikes with Aquinas?
In January when he moved is when we moved on. Yeah.
You didn't want to relocate, basically.
Yeah, I didn't want to relocate, and it just wasn't going to work out.
No.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's cool, man. Do you have any stories of redemptive suffering for your own life? They can be little, or they don't have to be.
I got some. So, when I was 12, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease on my 13th birthday. So I've been diagnosed now for a little over 13 years, but definitely had it for going on 15 probably. And it was tough, you know. It was also while my dad and I were converting. My dad and I were the first of my family to convert, and so we were in RCIA, and then that January during that, like, right before that Easter is when I was diagnosed. And then I spent a total of 6 to 7 weeks in the hospital throughout high school, inpatient.
Wow.
In 2 different stays. The worst one was when I was unable to keep water down. So my mother called my doctor and he said the minimum water you have to keep down is an ounce an hour. And I couldn't keep an ounce of water down an hour. So I was so dehydrated that they had to do IV fluids, but my veins were so deflated that they were missing and blowing veins. I don't know if anybody's ever had an IV stick where they go straight through the vein into the muscle, but yeah. So I've had a lot of experience with that, you know. To this day, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but I cannot eat without feeling nauseous. It doesn't matter what I eat, I feel nauseous afterwards. And it's just exhausting to eat. So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
times a day.
I've got a fair amount of experience with that. And, you know, it's tough. I think people you have to, the biggest thing I've found is to be honest with yourself about it. Even when it's little stuff, you know what I mean? Like, even when it's like, it's just uncomfortable today. It's like, yeah, but that still sucks, and you should still present that to the Lord.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And it sounds really trivial, but like, even when it's just uncomfortable, if the discomfort reminds you of when it's terrible,
Exactly.
Christ really wants to help you with that. Like, he wants to know that, like, hey, you're a little uncomfortable right now, and it's messing with your mental, and you're having memories of when everything sucked.
That is so true.
Like, he wants to step into that with you. And that's the biggest thing that helped me, because when it's terrible, it's really easy to remember to pray, you know?
Right. But then
it's just like,
pain. It reminds you, and then you're like, I need to remember to pray. All chronic pain sufferers get that, but not before. That's a great point.
But yeah, like when I'm just eating lunch and it's like just uncomfortable to eat, or like I eat a big meal and it exhausts me, you know? Like, I just try to remember in those moments to ask the Lord for help, because you form that habit and you have that relationship with the Lord where the first and primary place you go with your discomfort, with your pain, with your hurt is to him.
Yeah.
And that's brutal too. Like a disease like Crohn's, because that's like every day. It's like every time you eat, you know, that you're gambling with discomfort. It's like, think about that. Like anybody who has respiratory issues, like every time you draw in a breath, but every time you eat or even drink something, it's like, oh my goodness, that's like an all-day battle.
That's rough.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's tough, you know. I really hope, I'm praying really hard for Laura and Trent. I really encourage everybody to definitely go to their Patreon. It's patreon.com/Council of Trent, right?
Council of Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're asking for, to get 200 or more $10 new monthly supporters. And it's the easiest form of help, because half the time when people ask, hey, would you pray for me for this condition? I'll go, yeah. And I'll go and I'll pray for them right away. And then I'll kind of log it in, hey, Lord, let this prayer count whenever I just say all of my monthly intentions, like when I say the term, like a file folder on like an Apple. But I don't know how efficacious that is. It's easier to just actually pray for them and then go do something. And that's what people can do with this.
It also really encourages Christian, it shows it's really good for Christians to be physically and monetarily giving to each other, because it forms the habit of almsgiving amongst each other and forms an end group like what we need to take the culture back.
That's a great point. That's a great point. I love that. Yeah, that's how the first Christians lived. It's like when someone needs money, give them money. If they end up giving you the money back 5 years later, they do. But it's not a loan. Great point. Well,
yeah, that's a big thing.
Just key to Christian living. Look, man, this is sorry it's so short. I appreciated you jumping on. I will see you Friday night, I guess.
Yeah, I'll see you Friday night for a half hour.
Okay, half hour. I'm looking forward to that time. I hope the Crohn's is doing well. I know it comes in flare-ups. I will, like we were talking about before, I will add you to those I pray for. I didn't know you had that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try not to talk about it. I don't like I've managed most of it with diet and exercise, and it's like I prefer to, yeah. So, but I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Tim. And everybody go support Trent. He needs it,
Yeah, Council of Trent on Patreon. All right, well, we're just trying to call it out lots. Have a great day, brother, and I'll see you in 2 days.
Okay, I'll see you in 2 days.
Peace.
Yeah, God bless.
Up next, we have a new Crusade. Hey, yo, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Thanks for coming.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
You too. What should we call you?
You can just call me Caleb. That's my name. But I just have the screen name up there all the time.
Oh, how are you, man? Where are you calling in from?
I'm doing well. I live in California, so stopping work real quick and running over to say hi to you guys. Hopefully we can get some support for Trent and Laura, of course.
Yeah, they're actually, I believe she's actually going through the surgery today, maybe as we speak. Do you know any, are you updated on the chronology at all?
No, I haven't. I've stayed not purposely ignorant, but I've just remained ignorant on it. I've just prayed for them. I haven't really tried to look into it too much.
Yeah. No, not Brian. Anthony from Avoiding Babylon was our first guest, and he said he just talked to Trent. So it was he didn't even know if the surgery was scheduled for today. People obviously pray for them. Everyone knows that. But like Thursday was just saying 2 minutes ago, we need to practice almsgiving, sort of passing money back and forth from Christians, who needs it the most. They're not loans. It's, like Jefferson said, the earth belongs in usufruct to the living. So money's like a usufructuary right. It's like, hey, you have this now. And you need it. I'll get it when I need it. It's Patreon is a good means to do. They kicked me off. Now I'm on locals. But Patreon, it's Council of Trent. Trent hasn't been kicked off. So everyone, he's trying to get 200 new $10 support. Where are you in California?
I live in Southern California.
Okay.
Familiar place.
Yeah, familiar.
Yeah, we're both.
You guys are a little familiar with that.
Tiny bit. What city are you in?
I'm not gonna. I'm just
Not gonna say.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm fine telling you that, but just in case.
Yeah, everybody.
He doesn't want to welcome more unneeded suffering to his life. He's already in California.
As tough as the rest of you guys.
Yeah, going to get the mob of California on.
Yeah, SoCal's bad enough. It's living hell. And then you tell the mob that you live in SoCal and you're going to add suffering.
We have an update on Laura Horn, by the way. Trent commented a few minutes ago that in this chat that Laura's surgery was starting in about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Right now it's 12:51 on the 23rd of July. So we're talking in about 1:30ish, right? She'll be in. So yeah. Rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm really impressed watching their video. I mean, obviously, she's kind of known for being funny, and Trent has his own personality. But I was honestly just really impressed by how well they seem to be taking it. Maybe isn't the best way to say it, but handling it. I mean, I think there's a lot of, out of both of them, and especially for a woman, a level of stoicism and seriousness and acceptance that I really respect out of them a lot. I don't think I would be able to take that serious of a diagnosis with that level of control.
The video was impressive. And
yeah.
The video was impressive. I think the same thing struck probably everyone that watched that.
Yeah, they've got like the spirit of St. Lawrence when he's being burnt to death on the grill. He's like, turn me over on this side. It's embracing the sufferings that Christ calls us to with the humor and the levity that Christians are called to have by grace. It was a good video.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I'm not someone who's ever had like, Thursday was talking about the things he suffered with. Anthony was talking about the things he suffered with. I haven't ever experienced anything like that. And so from my perspective, seeing it, I really hope that when something like that comes to me, that I can handle it with the level of virtue that they've shown. Not everyone is able to do that, and I think it's very impressive.
It's definitely, I mean, that's the scare. This sounds foreboding, and I wanted to make this a light show, but it's definitely a win, not an if. Particularly if we collocate into the category of suffering, the chronic daily sufferings. Like everybody's got something. I'm sure if you racked your brain, you even would, but everyone's going to get the chronic, at least, day-to-day pains when they get to be middle-aged or whatever. So it's really hard in the moment of a flare-up of whatever it is, from IBS to colitis to Crohn's to Anthony was saying he had the ice pick headaches to prostatitis, anything. Some people have the what's it called, the rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah,
holy cow. Like even at that level, some of those can be quite painful, but it's not it's not, it doesn't go all the way to 11. The way Laura's thing is kind of an 11 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to ask to the Lord to sanctify your suffering in real time. It's difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and I had heard her, I think that one of the things in the video that was really impressive, saying what you're saying, is that she had said when she had thought it was benign, she had said, oh, well, this is going to be an instance for us to sanctify ourselves, and she said she thought that to herself. And then when she found out, oh my goodness, I might die, she had said that she had kind of lost that maybe resolve that she had previously had. And it seems like, I mean, at least from the outside, it seems like that they've regained it. And it seems like Trent has maintained it the entire time. And I think that there's clearly some serious inner virtues from the two of them that have led them to be able to handle it this well.
Amen. Well, it has to be, because it's supernatural, Yeah,
100%.
Like you were saying the other day, that level of grace is only supernatural. It's not a natural virtue you get by reading or practicing the Nicomachean ethics.
Yeah. Harder too, like, obviously not to mitigate Laura's suffering, but to be the Trent in that situation. You're handing your wife over to the surgeons, not really knowing like what she'll be like when she gets back, and the sort of care and that sort of thing that she's going to need, and being the architect of the family and having to like organize everything and take care of everyone. That's also that's a position of suffering as well. So hearts out to Trent today.
Yeah, and their children, of course, as well too. I think they're probably too young to really know what's going on, but for them as well.
How old are their kids? They have 3, right?
Yeah,
I think they're all young, elementary school to like toddler age. They're very young.
That's rough. Mm-hmm. How old is Trent? Is he? I think he's a couple years younger than me. Is he like 41 or 42?
I don't think he's that old.
Oh, is he not in his 40s?
I think he's in his late 30s. I don't know. I think he's in his late 30s.
I thought they said in a video I saw a long time ago that he's seven years older than her. But maybe I imagine that.
I just want to mention too, real fast, that Maple and Hemlock Rosaries has kindly offered anyone who signs up for Trent Horn's Patreon at $75 or month a free rosary. All you need to do is to pick one out on their website if you sign up, and email them. I can provide the email in the show notes of this show afterwards. So just email them your choice and that you've signed up for that Patreon at $75 or more.
Cool. Well, where can people find you and find your content? Just call out anything that would be helpful, because we want to help the individual content creators that are calling in today as well. Help everyone find you.
I think he kind of froze up a little bit. So, oh boy. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll do that. Thanks again to New Crusade for signing up to do this. We're trying to schedule everybody in 10-minute blocks. So pardon me if I'm we're having some issues, but oh, here comes right on schedule. Here we go. Mr. Enoch. Hello.
What's up, Enoch?
What's up, guys?
How are you, brother?
I'm well. How you doing, brother? Hey, man, I just heard you got a surgery too, man. I've been praying for you as well. You look really good for that.
Thanks. I'm hurting. It's tough because you do the comparative thing. So I feel a bit like a baby, but they went in to repair a right inguinal hernia and they found a left one too. So I'm hurting just to sit in this chair. I'm feeling it. So thanks.
You're feeling it?
Yeah.
Use your abs and everything. You don't realize how much you use your abdominals until you have like tears in your abdominals.
Holy cow, you do not.
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely everything. The littlest cough, whatever. But anyway, thanks.
You gotta stop trying those Kyrie Irving moves, man. They're not good for your core.
They are not. Well, no one has footwork like Kyrie Irving.
Indeed.
Yeah, I was disappointed. Chris Paul re-upped with the Clip. I thought his ass was gone, and he's besides LeBron, he's like my second least favorite player. I think they're best.
They got to retire. Those two got to retire, and they got to take Bronny with them. They got to retire.
yeah. Take Bronny with. But he said he was going to retire. Remember a month ago, and then he re-signed with the Clippers. He's doing the Dame thing, where Dame went back to the Blazers. Yeah, get out.
I don't know. Yeah, So we're here for the horns, huh? You guys are doing good work, man. Appreciate you putting this together.
Thanks. I mean, the main thing is just to have on, cool content creators. I didn't want it to be real heavy because that stuff can actually spin me off. Obviously, their situation's heavy. I want everyone to pray for them, and I want everyone to go, sign up, be a patron for $10. That's the main thing. It's Council of Trent, a Patreon for $10. I just wanted to be able to shoot the breeze with different cool Catholics, and it was tough. It was tough to get in this chair today. How are you doing? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Oh, nothing much. I just added 4 more chickens to the to the farm. So God willing, we'll get over a dozen eggs a day coming out pretty soon. And I definitely want to take some to our parish and give them out to the people who can't afford eggs or don't have that type of thing. So we got a great parish community as well. But I'll be at the Catholic Creative Conference. I guess I'm performing on Saturday over there.
Oh, Thursday they told me about that. Yeah, I didn't know you were there. I said something before I'd seen all the people that were there, and I was just like, hey, I like him. Like I just
I'll be there. I guess we're performing on Saturday, but I really got to know the trads a lot the last couple of years. I haven't really gotten to know the Catholic answer type of, I guess, normies, we call them, a lot. So it's just a way for me to kind of get to know a lot of the folks over there.
That's cool. That's cool. Who's going to be performing with you that would be familiar to
I think Emma Fradd is going to be there to performing. Emma Fradd is starting out. First thing, Matt Fradd's sister, and I'll be there. I don't know about any other ones, but I'm just happy to be back on stage. It's really my second home, so I'm happy to be back up there. It's really fun.
Oh, that's cool, man. What does Emma do? Like play the dulcimer or something?
I think it's the kazoo. No,
I thought didgeridoo. It's Australian.
That's
She's got the triangle. I think she's great on the electric guitar. I mean, she's actually very talented when it comes to that. I think she has her own band, and it'll be really fun. And I think Trent was there last year. I was looking forward to meeting him. Obviously, he can't make it, so. But I'll be praying for him. We've been praying nonstop here, so
that's great, man. Yeah. Everyone remember to check out. Is that Friday or Saturday? You said, right?
Saturday night. Yeah, I'll be there Friday, and then I guess on Saturday night, I'm leaving Sunday. So
okay, and that's in Steubenville.
Yeah, my first time there.
Catholic Creator Conference. Oh, I've been 3 or 4 times. It's okay. It's kind of a dump, but
it's kind of a dump, but like an infectious disease, like it'll grow on you.
Yeah.
It's like there's not much there in nature, but in the supernatural life, there's so much there. There's so much there with
very
supernatural grace.
Like a little right inguinal hernia in just a few months. I mean, it's funny because people would say it's Catholic Disneyland, and then I went and I was like, dude, you've never been to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disneyland is good. Like, this place doesn't even have a mall. Like, all the
Disneyland is fun. We've created so many memories of our family. We used to have the Southern California passes, and we used to go once a month.
Yeah. Ooh, that's impressive. That's great.
That's sick.
Devoted.
I mean, Disneyland is, as you know, is really, really well done. I know people, start having seizures because Disney has 666 in his name or whatever. Like, I don't really care about that. That's not the two things a lot of people. I just like to pretend, that I can be on the Peter Pan ride, and it really seems like I'm above London. That's
Peter Pan ride is one of the best rides ever, but it's a 60-minute wait when they're closed. I mean, that ride is always a wait. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So,
but you're forgetting we got our little saint of the household in a wheelchair, so we get whatever we want.
Smart.
Hey, give me
I love it.
Free churros. I've got a sweet little girl in a wheelchair, and they're like, "You're still gonna have to pay for that, sir." In a wheelchair, bro. Like, you're gonna pass. You don't have to wait too long in lines. But yeah, so I mean, it's a good place. A lot of good people. They just should make it way less like a civic dump.
It's like the Bethlehem or whatever of of America, where it's kind of a rundown, humanly neglected place, but God often likes to pick those humanly low things in the order of nature to magnify himself. And
you're not lying. You're not lying. Every fraternity parish is in the ghetto, so I get it. Yeah.
That's I think what it is.
That's how he likes to distribute grace.
Yeah.
They're trying to improve it though. There are guys there who are trying to improve it.
Yeah, they need to try.
They need to try harder. Yeah.
They're not trying that hard. Like, I went 3 times over 3 years, and I was like, Steubenville's big. Like, they should flush some money into at least the surrounding area. Like, I mean, Franciscan's gotten big. I think they're pretty wealthy. Like, they should plant some flowers or so, or hang up some of those pine trees, in the car, just so it doesn't stink or whatever.
You've never seen those scenic murals that are randomly placed on decaying buildings?
Yeah,
I think that's what they were trying to do.
This is the problem. Catholics built Western civilization, but today's Catholics are so bad at building Western civilization. We do. Yeah, they I look, I like a lot. I have friends in the professoriate there. Andrew's from there. I have a lot of good. I see the products, the fruits of their education, but they should really get serious about having a less stinky city. It's just a stinky. That was right. About. Yeah. So on that note, everybody go to
Steubenville. Go to the conference. Yeah. Go to the school.
Yeah.
Go build the building.
Yeah.
They are trying to. It's a stinky city.
Before you go to Steubenville, make sure you subscribe $10 a month to Trent Horn's Patreon. So that's and then go to Steubenville. Yeah.
Get a tetanus shot too.
Yeah. I don't know where trads are on tetanus shots. We had to get a couple 3 or 4 years ago because me, Steph, and our one boy Gabe stepped on the same nail all within 2 weeks, and we were like, "Is tetanus like a psyop?" Yeah, after the beer bug, you're like, "Is this a psyop, or are they going to put the psyop fluid in here?"
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I was like, I'm not going to get it. Then like 2 days later, I was like, I'm getting paranoid. I'm going to go get it. And the same thing happened to Andrew here, who's been staying with us, helping us hold stuff down while I was getting surgery and before that. And he was like, I don't think I'm going to get the tetanus shot. I was like, yeah, I don't think you need it. And then you came in like an hour later, you're like, I'm feeling like I need to get it because I'm thinking my jaw's
peace of mind thing. It's just like it goes into you can convince yourself of anything, especially when it comes to health thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know I can.
I know you can. You're a master at it. But that's just a different thing to offer up. Because our bodies, our mortal coils, once our soul is taken away from it, like we're trying to guard against suffering, trying to guard against untimely death, but we just got to offer that to the Lord. But also be prudent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good point. It's a good point. Yeah, I love the video that they put out. I watched that video, and my wife watched it too. It was tough to watch when I heard the news. I mean, it was gut wrenching, of course. But I'll tell you something, Tim. There's really nothing more beautiful for me in life. I mean, I read a lot of Alphonsus. He's one of my favorite writers. More doctor of the church, and his commentary is very comforting on accepting suffering and everything. There's nothing more beautiful than when a soul befalls some type of tribulation, when they become accepting of it, it's so redemptive. I mean, it's incredible what they're going through. Obviously, there's probably going to be some stuff going on in the background that we don't know, but when they were out and talking about it and they were just so joyful about it, it really makes you reflect on the attachments that you have here that you want to let go of, and kind of seem like, maybe I should pick up my cross a little bit better if these guys are going through a lot more than I am. So
I know that's the whole point. It's redemptive for them and redemptive for everyone to see in small ways. We were talking about chronic pains with Thursday and with Anthony. We were talking about chronic pains and acute pain, post-surgery, post-operative pains yesterday. And it's really hard to make your suffering redemptive and not just have it be vainglorious suffering. And they've given quite the example. So again, go to Patreon, Council of Trent. They're asking for monthly supporters at 10. We really appreciate when people go to my locals, because I got kicked off Patreon, when people do the one-time thing, but the comfort really comes from the monthly. Even if it's only $5 monthly, in some ways it's more comforting than a $50 one time. So really they're requesting, just if all you could give is $5 or $10 monthly, that's what they've requested. And
we just got an email from Trent, just a nice email, but I want to remind everybody that we did hear from him through, I think, Anthony, and Laura is due to go to surgery really in a matter of 15, 20 minutes from now. So that is happening today.
So hit those prayers. And what is that, Steffi, like an 8-hour deal?
Yeah, well, I know she mentioned it was 8 hours. I know when our daughter Abby, obviously Abby has a different thing, but Abby's surgery was about that time as well. And it's a bit traumatic. So obviously, but so just keep her in your prayers, because that's a long haul surgery for her to go through, and especially for Trent too, who's going to be in the waiting room that whole time, waiting for news and developments, and just to hear how his wife is doing from second to second while she's going through this horrible surgery. So both Trent, their children, and Laura they're all in it right now.
Praise God. I'm no spiritual director, but if I'd give anything out, I'll be doing it the next 8 hours. If that's the case, then maybe we should fast for the next 8 hours and pray for her and not have a meal until she's done. So if that's the case, God bless her and everybody else here participating.
Yeah, that's a great rec. Do as much prayer and fasting as you can in this 8 hours. I will be praying extra. Normally, I love to join fast. I don't know what I'm even allowed to do post-op. But hey, E, did you see? I'm having Gordon Hayward on tomorrow. That's kind of cool.
I saw that. I'm definitely tuning in, man. It's crazy that you got that interview. I'll definitely be tuning in. I liked him a lot. That injury he had was tough. That was a tough injury he had early on a few years ago. Yeah.
Game one, first game on the Celtics with Kyrie, when his leg just. That was ungodly what happened to it. One of the all-time worst looking leg. That was up there with the Paul George.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think somebody's coming on. You guys got somebody else coming on? Okay.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Thank you again. God bless you guys.
Everyone go check out Enoch at, if you're in the Franciscan area, check him out performing at the Catholic Creators Conference on Saturday.
So next up, we have Christian Wagner. Thanks so much, man.
Christian.
Hey, how's it going? Christian.
How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. It's really strange. I was listening to a few of the conversations you were having, and you guys were talking about, getting old, being middle-aged, having all of these pains. And it's very difficult for me to relate right now because, I'm obviously a little bit younger than you guys. But, it's just absolutely incredible to see the fortitude that's being expressed right now by Trent and by Laura. It actually reminds me, funnily enough, sometimes when you read the church fathers and they're talking about female martyrs and the type of sufferings that female martyrs have, there's this thing in the church father. I think I just read St. Augustine saying something like this, but they're like, oh, well, we have this woman, by nature, has, physical, less physical sort of strength than men. But even this woman is able to endure this physical suffering by the power of grace. And in many ways, when I saw the type of fortitude that was expressed by Laura with her diagnosis, I had similar thoughts, with myself. I couldn't imagine if me or my wife, if something like this happened, I just absolutely could not imagine, me being in a sort of state of mind of tranquility, of being resigned to divine providence. But, Laura's over here and she's, dealing with this very well. It's absolutely incredible to see. And it's a very good witness for sure.
Unbelievable in the literalist sense. I was like, I can't believe right now what I'm seeing. And it's incredible witness. That's what everyone said when they saw that.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it can be definitely a sort of spur to virtue, is when we see other people going through these things and the type of responses they have. We're called not only, obviously, we have to pray for them, and obviously we have to continually to give up all of those sacrifices, for them in order to, unite these to our intercession before God. But also, this is a lesson for all of us. And I think that's one of those amazing things about the effects of grace within Catholics is, the good is diffusive. So when we have these other people who are going through this suffering and they are empowered by grace to deal with it manfully, if you may, virtuously, then this is something which is a great example for everyone else to have a self-examination and think about the ways in which they're suffering, much lesser things. Your kids are acting out, your spouse, you have difficulties with that, your friends, you have difficulties with them, the long hours of work, whatever it may be, whatever those sufferings are. It does provide a great example for everybody to, have a moment of self-reflection and to take that and to form a good resolution. That's something that the spiritual authors talk about all the time. Form a good resolution about, how you are going to overcome a lot of those ways in which you've fallen short from how you should follow God.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. That's really, really true. This is by its nature more superficial than the conversations, or I think the monologues also I normally have, because we're just trying to get people in these 8-minute segments. I want to keep doing the telemarketer thing and reminding people to go to Patreon, which is ironic because they kicked me off, but go to Patreon and do Council of Trent. And he's requested 200 new $10 monthly people. Christian, you and I will be seeing each other. Well, I guess we're not supposed to say exactly where, but we're going to be teaming up on a big secular program very soon. That'll be exciting. I guess Andrew read something in the documents that I'd missed that we're not supposed to say what it is, but we're excited to team up with you. Andrew here, who's trained theologian, will be joining me out there with you and a couple other good people, without saying where we're going to be joining up soon, early August.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a secrecy clause, not allowed to mention particularly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we can say we're meeting up on a show. We're going to be given the opportunity to team up. I think we'll team up well, but it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. Maybe having dinner in a group of us the night before.
Yeah, that absolutely sounds. It sounds awesome. I'm very excited for moving forward, because I do see, not to turn this into a sort of more, temporal matters, but I do see a pretty big shift in the type of influence, the type of shows that traditionally minded Catholics are being invited on, the type of places where our voices are heard, 3, 4, 5 years ago, that just wasn't a thing. Traditional Catholicism was a very niche thing. And then now, I go home and I talk to my secular friends who don't even have too much of an interest in religion. And they're at least, aware that this is a cultural force, and at least one that is, not weird. They don't see it as being very weird.
No, it's been mainstreamed again. And that is Catholicism. Specifically, traditional Catholicism is the mainstreaming force, the agent force behind it. It's odd. I've been on CNN. I mean, so many shows in the last 3 months. CNN, Tim Pool, who was a very secular guy, very secular minded sort of view of the world. Elijah Schaefer, glory be to God, he's talking about coming around. These are very, very secular outfits that are like, we want to know what, and of course, the one we're going to be meeting up on, we want to know what the view of the old Pope, the new Pope is from a traditional Catholic. So it's a major sea change, and it's throughout what early modernity called the various reawakenings in church and sacred history. This is a reawakening, and it's one where people are going traditional minded Catholicism. Yeah, and this, like Christian was saying, so much has changed in secular media's representation, but also even in the Catholic creator sphere. A lot of the changes and the fruits and the advances we're seeing now could have only been, or were rather, supported by guys like Trent, Carl Keating, people in the 90s and early 2000s, 2010s, who raised the public view, raised Catholicism in the public eye. And now it's not like they're done, but there's a new generation, new wave of people joining in on that. So special thanks to them, to Trent for all the work he's done, bringing people into the church. And again, go look at his Patreon. It's got a lot of good stuff there that will help edify you and help you be equipped to convert your friends who are still not Catholic.
Yeah, absolutely.
On Patreon, Council of Trent on Patreon. Christian, did you have anything you wanted to call out real quick? We'll be seeing you in about a couple weeks, but
not really. I'll be in Steubenville on Friday, so if any of you are in Steubenville on Friday, I will be there. I'll only be there Friday night, Saturday morning. I have another place to be the next week, so I need to make it pretty quick. But it's just everyone keep obviously Trent and Laura in your prayers and your fasting, and also keep in your prayers and your fasting what Trent has consecrated his life to, which is the mission of the evangelization of the United States. Because as Leo XIII, very clearly said, the United States has a providential role in the, turning back of all of the craziness. And one can see from all of these signs of providence with the, shift, the religious shift in Gen Z, with the having an American Pope, all of these sorts of things, with the rise of evangelism widespread on the internet in the United States, with the access we have to the internet and the use of resources which were long gone. These sorts of things, if we exercise properly, in cooperation with grace, it could lead to one of the greatest, revivals of Catholicism in the history of the world. I truly believe that. And I truly, want to, as Trent does, all of us consecrate our lives to this great mission that we have.
Beautiful.
Yeah, praise God.
Excellent closing words. Good luck in Steubenville. I don't know if you're at the Creators Conference, or are you there for something else? Yeah,
I'm there for the fundraiser for the Palestinian Catholics.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good. With Thursday, I'll be appearing on his thing on Friday night, and then the Creators Conference is there on Saturday. So a lot going on in Steubenville this week. Thanks for appearing with me, Christian. Great video on Michael Lofton, by the way. That really hit it out of the park. And
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was excellent. I mean, you do good work. So we are looking forward to teaming up with you, getting real strategic in our team up, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. God bless you. Be safe in Steubenville.
God bless.
Peace.
All right. Next up, we have a man who we have a lot to thank for, who helped you with your Timcast debate. Elijah, hello.
Elijah, Yasi.
Hey. How you guys doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. How about you?
Well, I'm recovering from double hernia repair yesterday, so it's hurting my whole nether regions just to sit in this chair.
I heard.
So I can complain, and I will.
You should.
Yeah, I have the right to. Yeah, I don't take things the Stoic way. I say when you have the right to complain, complain.
You have the right. Yep.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Thanks again for all your help. Actually, you and Andrew really were my brain trust for the Tim Pool debate. I'm kind of sorry that I didn't get to make some more of the points. I think there's a follow-up on August the 22nd, in person. It's weirdly not 100% verified yet, and it's coming up. But
with Jay Dyer or?
With Jay on Elijah Schaefer's show in person. But
Nice.
We have to make sure. But you've been doing good work. You've been releasing some I'd say more frequent videos recently. Wouldn't you say?
I'm trying. I don't know how you do it, man. You have like 27 kids. You know, I don't know how you do it. I got 3 kids and I can't find much time because, you know, what I do, I have to prepare so much content. You know, it's like theology and stuff. And like people like you and Wagner, you guys just spew it out like you have an encyclopedia in your heads or something. For me, I focus on Immaculate Conception and the papacy and things like that. So, but I have to, I don't like to just do a show where it's just me talking because, you know, I'm not really interesting. I like to have something. You're actually interesting. So, you know, other people are. So, and by the way, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think you're interesting. You sounded like you're going to bring something else up. Your brother told me that you're a LeBron guy, and that's the only thing I don't like about you.
I don't like that about me either. So I don't blame you.
See, that's why you're a good dude. Yeah. What were you going to say?
So, well, let me just say this LeBron thing. I can't stand LeBron James as a person. I just like his game. That's it. Because
that's enough to make. I mean, even with your disclaimer, even with me thinking you're a great guy and smart with an underrated message and just liking it, we'd get along well.
Yeah,
I have to be your enemy because I don't have. They're all like urban black guys. You know, they all vote retarded. They all have stupid opinions on the world. People say that to me about LeBron. LeBron's just the most overrated athlete. I don't like his game. He's a top 20 all the time NBA player with a great with a great body, right? I mean, he's just got but no one admires any particular aspect of it. I have to ask you, friend to friend, you're just a very good man. What do you like about his game? He's a good overall player. What do you really think is superlative about his game?
So I'll tell you, I grew up watching Michael Jordan, and you know he's my favorite player. He'll always be my favorite player. And alongside Michael Jordan, I really appreciated Scottie Pippen's game because Scottie Pippen he did everything to make it easier for Michael Jordan. You know, the passing, the rebounding, the defense, the steals, even scoring. He did he was an all around player, and the way I came to appreciate that type of game. And so when LeBron James came into the league, he was like Scottie Pippen on steroids. And so the fact that I appreciated Scottie Pippen, and when Michael left, I followed Scottie Pippen's career, and that's who I supported, and that's who I rooted for. So when LeBron came, it was like, man, this guy's like Scottie Pippen on steroids. He's not Michael Jordan. He's like people say Magic Johnson. He's like Scottie Pippen. I appreciate that kind of game. This all around, like let's get everybody involved. Let's do everything.
Magic was my favorite player growing up before I found out about him in Arsenio Hall in the back room or whatever. You know, whatever the date of that announcement, November 13th, 1992, I think. Yeah. Someone can fact check me. Like that rocked my world. Like he was rocking the worlds of dudes behind the scenes. And
Lord have mercy.
I appreciate an all-around game, but Magic didn't have that stupid chosen one tattoo on his back.
Yes,
right? Like Magic, he's a good passer. Maybe Jokic or Larry Bird are better passers.
Yeah,
he was all around great, and that's what LeBron was. It's too hard for me to get over the chosen one stuff, which has been pushed since he was a senior in high school, LeBron. And I don't know why we just did a LeBron, because it's the only thing about which we disagree. I think that's why I felt the need to exercise the demons in the room, because I'm
okay with. I agree. I'm okay with this. Is what we disagree with. That's the only thing. I'm okay with that. And like I said, I don't like him because of these things that you're mentioning. Of course. I actually can't stand the guy. He's really annoying, but I just appreciate the game. That's it. That's all I like about him is the game. And I know even to that, you're like, I don't even like his game. So we can just disagree there.
He's good.
Now, go ahead.
What was I going to say? Did you know I was having Gordon Hayward on tomorrow? I'm just bringing this up with all my NBA.
I did. I don't know how you did that, but that's amazing.
It's going to be a good one. I hope he has a sense of humor, because I always test that.
So he converted to Catholicism, right?
Yeah, through Joe Mazzulla, I think.
That's and his wife.
Yeah.
Amazing. Was he like secularist before, atheist, or was he like nothing? Do you know?
He was raised Methodist, I think, but he married a Catholic girl. And then Joe Mazzulla, I think, took him aside and was like, here's why you married right. Here's why it's the faith. And he read, this made me super jelly. I wish he'd read my book and come to the Joe Heschmeyer from Catholic Answers. He read his book, and that was the final push.
Well, you know, that's crazy, because if he's coming on your channel, you might have started a trend. He might go on other Catholic channels, and, you know, that's kind of cool to have somebody like him, you know, being a superstar in basketball world. He doesn't play anymore, right? I think he's retired.
Now the leg injury caught up with him later. Yeah, I think he only had a 9-year career, but he's still a young guy. But anyway, so I just thought I'd bring that up with you. Thanks again for the help. Thanks again for your excellent videos. We're doing all this, just having random talks. You know, we wanted to bring up redemptive suffering with the people that wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about the NBA today. I wanted to talk about my lack of stoicism with my baby surgery yesterday. Just be a giant biatch about it. So was there anything you wanted to call out before you peace out, Elijah?
No, just thank you for having me here, and continue praying. And I just want to remind folks, and more often than not, he doesn't let me down in these situations. St. Peregrine, do a novena to St. Peregrine. He is a powerful saint when it comes to cancer patients. So do that, folks.
Good one. Yeah, we have a daughter named after St. Peregrine. We call her Pitt. So yeah. Thanks, Elijah. Remember, everyone, say the novena to St. Peregrine for Laura. She's been prepped now. I'm sure she's going into surgery right about now. Trent and Laura have asked for Patreon $10 monthly supporters. They're trying to get 200 new ones. It's good to set discrete goals like this. You feel a little pimpy when you make the ask, but it's not. It's obvious why they need to do it. So please, everyone, consider that. Elijah, you're a good man. Your brother's a good man. I like you guys. You're a pair of good Catholic brothers, and I look forward to meeting you in person someday. The pair.
Likewise, guys. Thank you so much. God bless you guys.
God bless.
Okay, next we have a good friend of the channel and the man responsible for the beautiful artwork you see around him right now, Mr. Joe Enders.
What is up, guys?
Good to see you, Joe.
Yeah, great to see you guys. I can't believe I got the slot where she was just going into surgery. I think, you know, maybe we can stop and give an Ave or something as she goes in.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen.
And my camera froze, so let me fix it real quick.
No problem. We can hear you fine, by the way, so you can.
Could you get it to freeze like when you bend over to pick up a pencil or something, so we don't have to look at your face? That would be ideal.
Mean.
Is that the source of the butt problems, Tim?
Not wanting to see Joe Enders' face.
I thought you wanted to look at my. Oh, okay, gotcha. No, never mind.
No. I didn't want to see your butt. Your butt's not on camera. I wanted you to bend over, pick up the pencil, and boom, freeze. So it's just I can deal with the Enders' voice, just the face, not so much.
It's a face for radio. We all know, and that's great. I'm all for it. But yeah, I mean, thanks. Appreciate you guys doing that and praying for this thing. But you know, I'm really glad you guys decided to do this, because I think there's a lot of like sentiment online, you know, that we're a bunch of haters. You know, things like that. We're not. I when I heard about this, I was like, dude. I was just like, it just like sank, because, you know, you immediately put yourself in somebody's shoes when something like this happens.
You do.
And you think, I just thought about my wife if I got that news, and I'd just be crushed. So, you know, it was, and to hear them in such good spirits in the video, like everybody coming up here has said, it's just been absolutely fantastic to see how they're taking this suffering on the chin. You know, it really is. And, you know, Pope John Paul II says that suffering is inseparable from human existence, right? So earthly human existence specifically. And just seeing people taking this hard moment, taking a step back. And, you know, everybody says that you should thank God for the suffering that you get. You should be thankful for all this. I was like, Come on, man. When it hits you, it hits you. Like you're not happy. You're not taking it on the chin. You just want to break down. You want to punch a hole in the wall. You want to do any of these things that you want to do. And I think that it's a huge call for you to take that step back, to take a deep breath, and remind yourself that you're supposed to be keeping your thoughts captive in these situations. You're not supposed to let wrath. You're not supposed to let despair set in and control you. A lot of people will take that as Catholics are stoic.
Right.
Catholics aren't Stoics. We're not Stoics. We do believe that the passions were given to us by God. We do believe that the passions do have value. They're part of us. It's one of the things that separates us from the angels and from the demons. We have these. They're part of our bodily existence, our human existence, and it's not about feeling. It's about when you're feeling and how you're feeling. And I think that a lot of people miss that. Augustine, connects despair to pride, specifically. He'll say that when you're spending time despairing, you're only thinking about yourself and how horrible you are. It's this tried and true thing, and credit to Trent on that, man. Credit to Trent on them. Just taking it and saying, I'm going to try to turn this into a good. I'm going to try to turn this into an opportunity. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to laugh and enjoy my time with my spouse. I saw a lot of strength there.
I saw a lot of strength there. It's like you were saying the other day, and everything Joe said is so good about suffering being uniquely bodily and human. It's supernatural, that level of grace. Because the first thing you do as a dude, I don't know if women do this, but guys are just like, I put myself immediately in their shoes, and I was just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, the reason we have suffering is so we can participate in God's divine, supernatural, Trinitarian love and offer up ourselves and our good works and the absences of our goods unto Him and reflect Him and reflect Christ on the cross as different members of the mystical body. We've all been talking about different sufferings, whether it was surgeries, chronic pains. Everyone's got something to offer to God. And the way that both Trent and Laura were doing it is really, really good example for all of us who will undergo different sufferings over the course of our life, and everybody. Like their platform shows that they didn't just preach the gospel with their words, but they have been permeated by the grace that they've been preaching about to receive that supernatural strength.
Convincingly so.
Yeah.
And it's super masculine too. It's super masculine to just take that load. Let's say you got like, a 200-pound bag of bricks that you have to pick up and just tossing it over your shoulder and you start walking. Or let's say a cross, made out of hard wood. And the analogies work the same. I mean, you have this burden to carry, and you're able in a unique way, if you choose to. And that's the big thing. This is an act of the will. This is a faculty of the soul. It is not as necessarily a faculty of the body to lift up that load over your shoulder and say, Christ, it's too heavy. It's too heavy. I can't carry it. I cannot lift this up. I cannot keep this on my shoulders. Can you please pick up some of this weight for me as I carry this? And the answer is always yes. You find yourself, I know you don't want to get deep on this whole thing, but I've gone through my fair share of suffering in my life at many different levels. And I guess the example that I'll give for redemptive suffering is, I have chronic back pain. I was deadlifting like way too much weight when I was a sophomore in high school. I slipped the disc, it was for football. And I have never had a good night's sleep in my entire life ever since I had that injury. Oh. And, whenever my back hurts, whenever I can't sleep, whenever I'm tossing and turning, I don't always, but I sometimes try to say, Jesus, I'm happy that you gave me this injury. It humbles me. But not only does it humble me, if it be your will to take it away, please take it away. And there's nothing wrong with asking God to take away your suffering. Nothing at all whatsoever. I mean, even Jesus said, Lord, let this cup pass me by. if he wanted to. It's a uniquely human thing to ask for of the Father. It's a unique thing for you to ask Jesus to walk with you with, and for the Holy Spirit to reside in you while you partake in it. There's nothing quite so special, and studying suffering is probably the best thing any Catholic can do in their lives, because it really does kind of permeate into every other aspect of your spiritual life, in my opinion. And as it does, you'll only find every other thing that you deal with becoming easier. It's almost like an invincibility potion. It really is.
Right. It's the only invincibility potion.
Yep.
But I like Abbate made that point too. Like, Lord, I want to consecrate the suffering to you. By the way, if you want to take it away, that's cool. I like how you pointed out that even our Lord did that in the garden. That makes me feel better, because that's the closest I can ever come. Thank you for the suffering. Obviously this isn't my sincerest thanks I've ever given. But if you could take it away also, and I still get the brownie points, then let's do that. If not, and it's just I have to stick with the suffering, then please give me maximum brownie points. That's all I want.
Yeah, and just to kind of bring it all together, it reminds me of a tender moment that I got to have with an archbishop at one point that I was speaking to, and I had wronged him in the past, and I had given him a sincere apology, and I was talking to him on the phone. I'm not going to say who it was. I don't want to, because
also,
I don't want to.
It's PG or PG-13 this time.
Hey, chill. No, he's good. He's good. And
yeah.
And I told him I'm sorry for a lot of the things that I've done, and he said, well, I fully forgive you. And I said that's not enough, Your Excellency. It's not enough. I want to do something else for you. Let me do anything. Let me do something to make reparation for what I did. I mean, I've done the same thing with you, Tim. You know how I am. You know how I do with these things. When I'm sorry for something, I mean it.
You're good. Man. I hate to it, but you're a really good man. You really are. No,
you weren't supposed to say that on the stream. But I told him, I was like, I need you to have me do more. This won't leave me if you do. And he said, well, okay, say a decade of the Rosary with the joyful mysteries, and I'll forgive you. Well, I was like, Your Excellency, that's like nothing. He's like, no, I'm giving the rest to Christ, and you have to as well. I was just like, cool. Boom.
That's
I
cool.
was like, and that's the essence. That's how you got to live your life with this sort of thing. You have to walk with Christ. You have to take that suffering on the chin. You're in a boxing match until the end. You're carrying your cross to Calvary, and for goodness sakes, do it. Live it that way, because it's unbearable if you don't. That's why every other system, Stoicism, hedonism, nothing can satiate the soul like the Catholic understanding of getting through suffering.
That's so perfectly stated. And again, I hate giving you compliments, but yeah, your comments have been really right on. Remember, people, I'm just being the pimpy guy shilling for their Patreon, because it matters a lot, actually. Try to give $10 monthly. They're trying to get 200 new $10 monthly people. Again, I hate shilling for Patreon, but it's worth it if it helps out Trent and Laura, and they said it would. So just try to do that. Even if it's only $5 monthly, if that's what people can give, just try to make it monthly.
Yeah, amen. Please support Trent and Laura.
Yes,
because
sir.
Things come up you don't even know at the time, when you're going through these big surgeries, extra time, medical bills, honestly, even just recreation. Like, I remember when we went through the Abbey thing, a couple of people, they're like, here's some money for you guys to, when this is all done, go on a vacation or get a new Switch or do just something fun after it's all said and done. Like, this is for that, so just really, it's the vehicle for making this as easy as it can be when we know it's going to be very difficult overall.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. They don't have to use it for anything particular.
It's what the church is for. We're here to create the kingdom of heaven on earth. There's a lot of residual effects of sin that affect the innocent, and we're here to make up for that.
Amen, Joe. Amen. Yeah, we're calling 140 to 150 the Taylor Marshall spot, because I left it open for him. And so
everybody's going to get all excited. We have not heard from him.
No confirmation whatsoever. He's left that silence deafening for for a long time. But if anyone knows Taylor and he wants to call in, then we would love to see Taylor. Joe, do you want to call out where people you're back to doing weekly shows?
I'm kind of doing a here and there thing right now. I started a new job. I love the new job. It's very fulfilling. I believe I'm doing God's work, and I'm happy to do it. But you guys will be seeing some stuff from me. I'm going to be doing an episode that should probably be up by next week on the Jubilee episode that we saw with a lot of some of our friends, and you can come just search me in the search bar on YouTube at Red Top Report. You can find me on Twitter at JENDERSII on X, and you can subscribe to me on Subscribestar because I too have been demonetized on YouTube.
Okay. Well, you're good. You really are a good man. We appreciate you. We love you. And, thanks for joining in, shouting love to Trent and Laura.
Let me thank too everybody who participated, because it was last minute. Like all these guys, they dropped everything. I can tell Joe, Christian Wagner, like every single person we reached out to, they were like, let me know what time, I'll be there. We'll make it work within our schedule. So thanks so much to all you guys for making this work. Very last second.
Thursday, Anthony, Elijah, Enoch, Joe. Who else are we at Thursday?
We had Anthony Thursday, New Crusade, Enoch, Christian Wagner, Elijah. Joe's on now, and we're gonna have one guy at the end. We'll announce him when he comes.
People are like, is that Taylor Marshall? Yeah, I've done it. I sincerely thought we would do a reunion show for Papal Conclave. I really thought he'd bite on that. Because everyone wanted to see that. It's like, bro, come on. Gotta leave the past in the past. And I thought maybe you'd do this, just because it would get people, not for us, but for the greater glory of, Christendom. People get excited about that. So 7 minutes, Taylor. 7 minutes.
Text us, Taylor, please.
Taylor Reed Marshall. I know your middle name.
He also needs to unblock me on X.
Us too.
Well, me too.
Oh, are you still blocked too? Oh boy.
I do. We do agree about a lot, Joe, when you shake things out. But you're a guy that calls Twitter X, and that I find.
Okay, is that the unforgivable sin?
It's just weird. I can't get my mind around it. You know what I mean? It's like when someone changes their name. I can't get
it's so funny because every guy that's come on, you're like, I love you, bro. You're amazing. Now, this is the one thing I don't like. You're like
yeah, exactly.
Well, LeBron, don't you dare ever like LeBron on this channel.
Yeah,
that made me angry. I sent like 3 messages to the chat for that. I'm gonna call Elijah after this and give him a talking to. What?
He's a fine man. And he went through that whole thing where he was like, no, I just like his game. It's not like I like him personally. I was like, well, that's even worse. But
I'm from Chicago. MJ's the GOAT. But Larry Bird would also utterly destroy LeBron in any
of course. He's the best, greatest small forward in the history of the game is Larry Bird, not LeBron. Of course, MJ's the GOAT. I'm not even an MJ fan, but the point is when people foisted LeBron into the automatic top 2, if you say who's better, Michael Jordan or Timothy John Gordon, I just foisted myself into the top 2. That's a cheat.
I'd vote for you.
He never. I wouldn't.
It's a false dilemma. It's a logical fallacy. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. It's like, dude, he's not top 10, but Larry belongs in top 4, if not top 3. But
I'd say top 3 for sure.
It's obviously MJ. It's obviously Kobe number 2. I go back and forth on 3, whether it's Kareem or Larry, but because all of Magic's chips were with Kareem. And they try to hold that against Kobe, even though only 3 of his 5 were with Shaq. Anyway, I don't even think you're a basketball guy. Are you a basketball guy?
Not particularly. I used to, I played a lot of street ball growing up. I elbowed people in the face, all the fun stuff, but not really. No, I was a football player.
Yeah, I knew you're a football guy. Well, look, we're gonna hold this 5-minute slot open for Taylor. We'll let you bounce, Joe.
All right.
Thanks for your prayers for my surgery yesterday. I'm actually, like I say, I believe in bitching. I'm an anti-stoic. So this is actually hurting a lot right now in this crappy metal chair. So we have one more.
Speaking of redemptive suffering, I did pray for you.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. The redemptive suffering just have to pay.
It was very difficult, but I got through it. All right.
Joseph Anders. What's your middle name? Are you one of these non-middle name having guys?
I would never give you that. I would never give you that. You would only
I'll
exploit
find it. I'll find it on Chat GPT.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna find something crazy like Julius or Aloysius or something nuts that's not even my middle name.
Julius is in
Cosmo.
because Cosmo. Yeah. Jay, to have Jay in your middle name, you have to be a Chad. Can you pull it off? I don't know. To be
May never know.
The world may never know. All right. Well, thanks, Joe. And have a good day. And we'll talk to you very soon, sir.
Sounds good. God bless, guys.
God bless you.
God bless you.
All righty. Should we really leave the 5 minutes open, or?
Yeah, well,
we are not going to speak for this 5 minutes.
This is a moment of silence.
Just watch me struggle with having painful guts.
just writhe in pain.
Yeah, just watch me writhe it got really uncomfortable like 20 minutes ago. And I'm just going to bitch about it the whole time. No, so technically I think Laura's in her surgery.
I would imagine, yeah.
So, we can say another Ave. Before we do so, remember Council of Trent on Patreon. Just keeping it real. You need the cash flow when this stuff happens. We've been there. We've been through brain surgeries with little Abby. Never a certain outcome. She basically had the left part of her brain uncoupled from the right part 5 years ago in April. That was really tough, but
it's about that was an 8-hour surgery too for abs. So it's like, and we know what it's like to be Trent right now, like waiting in a room. The doctors will call you every so often and let you know how it's going. And it's just, every second, you're just like, you want the call, but you don't want the call because you just don't want any bad news or anything. It really is an exercise in releasing control and trusting God to just hand over somebody you love as much as I'm sure Trent loves Laura and we love I love Abby, just to give him this loved one to a surgeon and just say, here's my precious loved one.
You watch him wheeling the loved one away and it just breaks you up. I just, the surrender's so hard for me. And it's so hard.
I'm going to get out of here so that I'm going to bring in our next guest so that you guys can say this Ave together. So without further ado, we have Mike, our buddy.
Mike Pantila, did you want to join us for a Hail Mary, my brother?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I didn't think you were going to say no. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. How are you doing, Michael? Do we have a delay?
I think it is a Canadian delay.
Yeah, do we have Canada delay?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing, Tim?
Good.
Oh.
I think you're like 10 seconds behind.
I think we have a bit of a freeze. We can always.
I think we're good now. It's sketchy, man. I'm still in the city, but I'm in Canada. So.
Yeah, you're.
Am I frozen?
It's not frozen. It's like a mega delay, I think. That's weird.
If this is a problem too, like we could always just go to like.
You know what? This might be easier. I'll hop on my.
Yeah, he's delayed.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on my phone. Give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. I'm in Canada, so it might as well be a third world country. So give me 1 moment.
Remember Council of Trent on Patreon. They're asking for $10 monthly supporters. If you have to pick between, well, I have 25 now, or I could do $5 monthly, do that. That's what I always tell people. For me, the comfort comes from the monthliness, and so I even if it's, you don't have to give $100 a month to give someone comfort. If you get a bunch of Christians supporting by doing $5 or $10 monthlies, then you're going to meet your goal. And then it's there's a lack of volatility there. There's a stability to someone's like, okay, I'm giving $5 a month for Trent and Laura, $10 a month for Trent and Laura. I want to keep that in place. And if that's the systemic thing, and you have 200 new people doing it, you're going to have very little attrition. So $10 a month, Council of Trent, Patreon, that's what they need right now. They need your prayers right now. But it is important to do both if you can do both.
And again, I'll mention that Maple and Hemlock, a Catholic company, has offered a free rosary to anyone who supports Trent's Patreon at about $75 a month or more. You can check out their website. It's on the screen right now. I'll also add that into the show notes. So you can pick out the rosary you want and then email them and let them know that you signed up for Trent's Patreon. And I think we have Mike back. Let me see. See if you can join in. Have a busy signal.
We have questions or super chats for anyone.
You know what's funny is that people were mentioning the hernia stuff in chat. Some people were like, "Yeah, bro," like they had it, and they're like, "It's rough." Like some people were commiserating with you about like the mesh being hard to deal with. And
I'm not trying to be a biatch, but it's worse than I thought. The recovery is. Mm-hmm. I could barely get up here today, like climbing the steps.
We need to get one of those chairs for Abby that she can get upstairs, like the automated chairs, like the old lady chairs that bring you out there, and we could just do that for you.
Yeah.
Strap you in.
You guys could race each other up the stairs.
Yeah. On the and I will raise you up on the I'm not going to do that. Bear you on the breath of dawn.
Cute. Okay. People are like, please stop. No.
Years in the Nova sort of
stop
made you
PTSD.
Yeah.
It's so shitty. It is just so shitty. Why do people put up with the foolishness? Particularly the music.
Tomfoolery is what it is. And Mike, if you're having a hard time joining too, feel free to just call Tim on his cell phone too, and we can just like have you through the audio. Sorry. I always feel bad when people have a hard time joining in because that's usually me.
Yeah, I'll just call this.
Call this guy. Call him up. Call your bro.
Call him a Negro on the phone.
People are asking if you got an injury that caused a hernia. We're not really sure. Well, you were like carrying, like we said, like buckets of water to fill up a inflatable jacuzzi, right? Andrew, you were there for that.
Yeah, that might have been the jacuzzi, the bucket work.
What's up, Mike?
Clearly it's not showing my face, so we're just gonna boil this down to spiritual warfare. That's what everybody calls it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just listen to a typical phone conversation between Mike Pentile and Tim Gore, which almost always involves hypochondria in some way.
I don't think there's been a time where we haven't spoken about. Actually, I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to go non-PG-13, but it's okay. We're talking about Trent or a horn. And this has been one of those things for me, too, that, when it comes up, we've spoken about this, too, that anytime you hear the C word, it kind of makes your own hypochondria kind of flare up. But not to make this selfishly about us. There's a quote that kind of came to mind in this all, and that is, a rich man desires many things, a sick man desires just one thing. So, what this has really helped me reorient my posture towards and my perspective on is all the things that, I've taken for granted or take for granted on a daily basis, including my health and the health of my family. And, one thing too, I've got to, I know everybody's already said it thus far, but the strength and the virtue that both Trent and Laura have shown through this all has been truly, truly admirable and, worth emulating in our lives. And I have so much respect and love for them. And also makes you realize too that, if without Christ, we kind of just suffer needlessly like animals. There's nothing redemptive about it.
Right.
But when we have Christ in our hearts and we're living, within the bosom of Mother Church, it becomes completely redemptive and transformative.
Right.
And, if there's one thing that I hope everybody takes away from this, it's that. And of course, supporting Trent via Patreon. You guys are making a great point. It doesn't even really matter what the money goes toward. Lord knows many things come up throughout a process like this. And let this all be a time, too, that we ask the saint with the most documented miracles, Saint Charbel, for his intercession throughout this time. I know she's in surgery today. And, I think she's going to pull through and everything's going to be fine. But let's keep praying fervently for them. And I think it's really beautiful, too, that although brothers and sisters in the faith squabble, even though we're all on the same side, seeing everybody kind of come together and rally, despite having some disagreements about whatever certain things, that none of those things really matter when one of ours is down and out. And so,
I think this is really cool what you've done here with the stream and everybody coming on. I know when you asked me, I was going to drop everything just to be on here. I was sucks that I can't be on here properly, but just to Trent and Laura, they can bet on our prayers. And, this situation too, not to ramble on, but it's reminded me of, certain health scares that I've experienced and also to experiencing a couple of miscarriages over the course of my marriage. And I look at my children and I have such a tremendous gratitude for them. But there's one in particular that was severe, and it was, everybody uses this word, but it was traumatizing. But I remember something very distinct, and that was, it made me want to fall flat on my face and worship in the awe of God that He can, take life and give life as He so chooses and pleases.
Yeah.
This is just another reminder not to make it about myself or what I've been through. I just, prayers for the Lord, prayers to Trent, and I think it's really cool how everybody's come together on this. So thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Sorry, it sounds like you're farting on the line, and I know
it's Donald Duck.
I know
Donald
you're not, or Donald Duck is the way to put it nicely. I think it's something with my speakerphone, because it was doing this on the phone with my accountant earlier, or my would-be accountant, and I asked him, I was like, Donald,
is that you, Donald?
Are you farting? But yeah, it's really true. I think the squabbling brothers thing is particularly easy to sort out for the Catholics that played sports. Whereas the ones that didn't, I think they have their minds blown by like being able to get over, shake hands afterwards. I don't even make some big distinction like, oh, I crossed swords with this guy, but not that guy. I just kind of assume that I've crossed swords with anyone, because no one believes exactly. Well, we all believe the same, dogmatic faith, the one holy Catholic Apostolic Church and its teachings and 21 ecumenical councils and the popes. But everyone's got their own take. And so I'm just, as someone that's willing to always express where I disbelieve what someone just said, where I disagree, I just don't even take it that seriously. And I know you don't either, Mike. It's one of those things that's like, well, of course, there's no man with whom I agree about every single thing on earth today. So, this isn't even some act of magnanimity or anything like that. It's just, I just want Trent and Laura to be okay. And that saint you mentioned, Charbel, I never know I'm also a guy, I'm like, I don't know the rules. Tell me the rules. Like, can we just pray to Saint Charbel that, that this turns out to be benign or something? I mean, like, it's good to pray for the graces to overcome and all that, but it's like, maybe just some crazy good outcome. You know what I mean? Is that like babyish?
Oh yeah. I mean, no, I think for both. Ultimately, I think what's transformative in one's life when somebody's going through this is ultimately the graces and the virtue to overcome it. And you look at life with a completely renewed perspective, but also for the miraculous healing. I mean, Saint Charbel has documented over 30,000 miracles that are still happening to this day. If anybody's, within, a flight or whatever of Anaya, where, St. Maroon's monastery and Saint Charbel's tomb is, like, go visit. When I made the video about him a number of months back that went viral, you see Lebanese in America, it's really hard in the pain of Charbel. And so people were sending me pictures and videos and testimonials of how Charbel's healed somebody or somebody that they know or somebody in their own lives, or rather an ailment in their own lives, I should say. So, I mean, I think ultimately, why not? Why wouldn't we pray for both? It's certainly possible. The Lord so wills it. Right. All it really takes, is I think, the prayers of many, I think, are probably heard more loudly. I don't know. Maybe somebody could disagree with that, but it can't hurt. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So Saint Charbel, pray for me.
I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray to Saint Charbel today after we get off. Mike, I'll let you go, brother, just because we're having the weird phone thing. But thanks for appearing. Thanks for always being so optimistic. Thanks for dapping me up. I think the day before yesterday about the hernia thing. That does suck, by the way. We were talking. It really, man, the recovery is rougher than I thought. But what were we saying right before he got on? Like someone was commenting, it's rougher than they make it sound. But I'm glad to be through the yesterday part.
Oh yeah, man, you're in our prayers. You will to be in our prayers, dude. It sucks, but I mean, remember what Andrew Wilson should put it that way.
Yeah.
Bro.
Andrew gave a good.
I
good
apologize
thing.
for this connection BS. I don't know. It's super weird. It hasn't
Not your
in the
fault.
longest time. So of course,
it
chose today. But regardless, it was good to come on here and chat a little bit. And Trent and Laura send you love and prayers, and him. God bless you too, brother.
Yeah, God bless you too. Thanks, Mike, and don't worry about the connection issues. We heard you talking. You just sounded like you had Donald angry in the background.
Oh, thanks, guys.
All right, peace, man. We'll talk to you. I'll see you on Friday, I guess. All right, later.
For sure, later.
So it's expected that she's in surgery right now. So Laura is reportedly in surgery. So that's, I think they suggested that might last for about, is it 8 hours? The surgery is supposed to last for. So
yeah, love to you, Trent and Laura. I know I don't know what you're going through with the uncertitude of the outcome and the extra chaos of the cancer, but we have been there through an 8-hour surgery of a loved one and having a left lobe basically hemispherectomically diswired for Abby. That was really rough, but can't compare to this. We've just been there. You're just hanging on by a thread and praying, and that's all you can do, praying and fasting. So love to Trent. I can't imagine exactly where his thoughts are now, but they'll be that much better if you pray for him, and you can spare $10 a month on Patreon. Again, I never do this car salesman shit, but I've had to, when I got back from vacation and I looked at my locals, I was like, wow, I gotta boost this a little bit more, because I never talk about it because I hate the pimpiness of it. The ostensible pimpiness of it is really not. You just sometimes have to talk about it, and that's I think people get that. I think people connect with that.
Well, and also it's like with the Trent Horn thing, it's like all of us are in positions throughout our lives where we ask for help, and we're times where we're able to render help, and times where we ask for help. So it's like that's just a natural ebb and flow. Our buddy Andrew here right now next to Tim, like helping us through your surgery, lifting Abby, because it's hard for me to lift. So you rely on people, and there'll be times when they can rely on you back. So right now it's Trent's turn, to ask for that help, and it's a very small thing to just hand over those shekels. So we're happy to do it.
People were asking, where do I think I got the hernia? There's a few contenders on this. One of them is carrying our Abby around all the time. Mm-hmm. Like I have to carry her everywhere. I don't like her being in a room alone. She does a wheelchair. She hates being in the wheelchair. She likes to, quote unquote, hop in. She goes, Dad, can I hop? If I have her just in the wheelchair in the big room where we have mega couch, we just have a bunch of couches kind of all arranged together. They look nice because we got a common cover, but everyone who visits is like, hey, let's sit on mega couch. We have like room for 16 people or so on mega couch. So we always watch movies or we're playing Switch. And Abby hates to be in her wheelchair. So I just never use it unless we're out in public. She gets tired. She has a different kind of, her spine is differently shaped because her hips kind of fold in. And so we always called her the little hen. She would always hold her legs. So she's never walked, 17 years old. So she likes to kind of be curled into, she likes to hop into mega couch. So I'm always picking her up. If we come upstairs for more than 10 minutes, I want to bring her up here with us. So I'm just always on Abby lifting, and she's 17 now, and I kind of do it like it's not much, but she's like a 17-year-old young woman. And someone pointed out to me, it was funny, like, dude, you carry her around like a knapsack. I just kind of slang her around
like a tote. You carry her like a tote bag.
I mean, she's 17. She's not getting piggyback rides. I'm just always picking her up by the armpits.
So funny.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Because I don't want her in the room alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes she'll be on mega couch. She'll just be chilling most days, all day, every day. But when we go in the other room, or we go outside, or the kids come out to watch me shoot free throws, or we jump in the car, run errands, it's lifting her. So that stuff takes a wear and tear on your body. It could be that, it could be a couple other things. I play basketball every day. I lift heavy weight when I can. Haven't been able to do that the last few months, but man, this is rough. I am not the guy. I'm not the guy that's like, oh yeah, suffer silently. Like I want to tell you all about it.
Yeah.
So this is, whoever said that in chat, I'm with you. This is way worse than they made it sound like it would be, the recovery. I am a baby. So giant. No, I'm really not. I mean, it's fine. I just don't really believe in suffering silently.
Again, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, Trent Horn's Patreon is at www.patreon.com/Council of Trent. Council, COUNSEL of Trent. So check that out and sign up. And then if you do support the Horns at $75 or more, let me get this up on the screen. We have Maple and Hemlock is a Catholic company. They make rosaries, and they've offered kindly a free rosary to anybody who supports the Horns at $75 or more. So you can check them out at their website, Maple and Hemlock. So let us know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll call there any other interesting chatty chat thing, anything you want to say, Andrew, speak to the world, speak out into
the void and see if anything comes back. I'm really happy that Catholicism is growing in America and the world, and especially in, I guess, from what I've been able to ascertain, like in the online community, there's a lot more unity. We're truly different members of the same mystical body of Christ, helping each other out. When one person is in need, we all help. When another person's in need, we all help. I mean, this is how the first Christians were called to act, and actually did act. And it's good that we're doing this on a larger scale, making our own, like, subsidiarian sort of, because I mean, it's online, but still
parallel economy.
Parallel economy amongst each other, helping each other out. This is a great way to do it. They're doing the Gaza thing on Friday. So yeah, it's really good because we need to rely on each other before we're anything else. We're sons and daughters of God in the one true faith, and that's a bond. The blood of the covenant is deeper than the water of the womb, or whatever saying. I don't know, I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah,
but the blood of the covenant that is of Christ is deeper than anything else. So it's good. It's familial. I'm happy that we're doing this. So many people agreed to do it.
There's been more unity online lately, even just in my witness. Like, there was more Catholic unity online after the Tim Pool debate. A little bit more unity between the faithful sort of, I don't know, the faithful non-traditional but traditional adjacents and the traditional people. I think that's really good. Because faithful Catholic is all that matters. Are you a practicing faithful Catholic? That's really what counts. And there's just been some good. I mean, this is a horrible materia Church of Guam for the uptick, for noting one more common point in the uptick of Catholic unity online, which is why we just have prayers and nothing but hope and faith and charity for Laura and Trent and their kids. But it is something that's grown out of it that's good. Is you gotta support a Christian when they're down, particularly a Catholic, but any Christian really in the world. We got to support them when they're down, and that's what we're doing. So I guess we'll call it here unless there's something super grabby. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for supporting Trent and Laura on Patreon. Thanks for always supporting this show. Subscribe to this channel if you're not yet. We have a super high subscriber to non-subscriber count because I don't get any help from the algorithm that you always hear about. So like other people at like 20% subscriber, I'm at like 80. But if you're not one of the ones, then hop in, as Abby would say.
Hop on in.
God bless you all, and pray and fast today for Laura if you can. God bless you.
God bless.